The title of my article is called Challenges to Federalism and Intergovernmental Relations and Takeaways Amid the COVID 19 Experience. My article talks about how each government worked together to tackle the COVID 19 pandemic, pretty much. It talks about because once the pandemic came out, it was a political issue. So it talks about how the national, state, and local governments have worked together since the beginning of the COVID 19 pandemic. It was true that, and also inevitable that the pandemic was going to pose a challenge to politics because it was a national crisis and it was a local crisis pretty much. So it was going to be tackled, it was going to deal with politics because the government was going to have to get involved to help tackle and to help get rid of the COVID 19 pandemic. The U.S. federal structure has lived up to the challenges posed by the COVID 19 pretty much because eight branches of government are working together to tackle the COVID 19. And also, the article talks about how the introduction of vaccines was through the help of each government working together to bring that to citizens and to help tackle the COVID 19. And the grade up for the functioning for American federalism at any point of time included the challenges posed by the COVID 19. It was not a simple task to tackle the COVID 19. It's not a simple task. The government is still working to get rid of the COVID 19. It's not being gotten rid of, but it is a step forward with the help of each branch, each government working together. It is a step forward with the inclusion of vaccines. Many Americans are receiving vaccines, and and that's a step forward. That's a positive way to move up. But not all Americans are vaccinated. Some people can't really afford vaccines because they don't have medical insurance and can't afford it. In conclusion, my article pretty much just summarizes like policies that was included. They summarized like like bills that were passed and stuff that was included in all that to help tackle the COVID 19. It just pretty much talks about the challenges that came about with the pandemic because everything is going to be a challenge for people in office. There's nothing that's going to be pretty easy. Like a pandemic is going to be a really hard challenge to tackle. It's not going to be something that's going to be solved overnight. And the government did a good the government doing a good job right now to help reduce the spread of the pandemic and to get rid of it ultimately in the future. So pretty much the article just summarizes all that, pretty much the challenges that came with all that and the challenges that the government had to deal with have to deal with to get rid of the COVID 19 pandemic.